Hi, I'm Juliet Ryan and I'm the founder of BlaXit, which is a channel on YouTube, but it's also a platform to promote our repatriation and relocation back to Africa. And in specifics, we're here based in Gambia and we're encouraging everybody to come back to the Republic of the Gambia. And so we're a platform, we're a family, and we encourage inward investment into the Gambia. There's 33,700 members of the BlaXit family now, and on our platform we have an average of 2.2 million views. And yeah, this is who I am, this is what I'm about, and I live here. I'm a resident in the Gambia, and I have my home in the Gambia. I raised my family in the Gambia. I'm married to my wonderful husband, and we have a great life here in the Gambia. So I'm so glad I repatriated here to the Gambia. It's been phenomenal, absolutely life-changing. I used to be really depressed. I used to suffer from anxiety. I used to feel sort of low. I used to feel rejected and unwanted when I lived in the UK. I faced a lot of racism. I faced a lot of discrimination. I faced, a feeling of just being displaced and, just being really, really unhappy with my situation there. And since coming to the Gambia, I've refound my joy. I found my joy. I feel like a magnet that's just gone boom, and it's fit into place. I found my culture, I found my people, I found my spirit. I found myself. I think that's what I've done. I found me, and I found happiness. I think that's what I found. No chance, never. No, I love it here, and I will travel around, no doubt, but Gambia is my base. The people here are the most beautiful people that I've met, and also the location is just so beautiful, the environment is so beautiful, the culture is so vibrant, the food is so wonderful, and the expression of what is to be Gambia is just so all-encompassing that I really just love it here. I don't think that I've been to lots of other African countries, but this is the one that fits for me. Oh wow, there's so many opportunities that you can tap into here. Firstly, there's education, agriculture, recycling, upcycling, there's agro-processing, there's healthcare, there's construction, there's solar and new energy, there's IT, there's such a young workforce here. There's upskilling, there's it's almost just like a wonderful, I think, environment for economical and, what can I say, development. I don't like using the word development because Africa's always synonymous with development, and I'm sick and tired of saying development. But what I think, there's opportunities for growth. And I think there's opportunities for I guess reform is what I'm looking for, yeah? But I don't want to take away from the wonderful ancient structures and the wonderful ancient cultures. So I don't want to talk like it's about modernization. I don't think it isn't. I think it's about Africa, developing Africa for Africans in its own African way. And I think the opportunities that are here are the same as they would be for any other African country. So I think definitely agro-processing and agriculture, because this is so fertile. Gambia is such a fertile place. You can plant the top of a coconut, top of a pineapple, sorry, in the ground, and it starts to grow. Like, you can have pineapples. I mean, it's unbelievable. Like, I've got banana trees, pawpaw trees. There's so much. And I think, like I said, upcycling, recycling, particularly construction, in both the areas of commercial construction. And we need to come in and we need to, if you like, compete or at least coming as market entrants, particularly in construction. That is a need here because there are so many other people entering into the market that are competitors that are taking the money out of the country and they're not keeping the money in the country. Also fisheries. Very important area because Gambia is rich with fish. And also, you know, there's your mineral extraction because Gambia is also mineral rich with particularly oil and gases. And you also have, you've got your oils because you've got so many wonderful palms here. You have over 200 different species of palm and palm wine. And you've got mangoes and cashews and cashew wine and cashew jam and kaba and ditta and just so much. And the best rice you've ever eaten is Gambian rice and the best spinach. So I think there are a lot of exports. And you have wonderful fabrics, wonderful fashions, wonderful music, wonderful culture. These are all viable exports and viable businesses that, you know, one can enter into. And I think that it's important that when we come, we embrace and work with our brothers and sisters on the continent who have the expertise so that we can learn and we can bring any expertise that we have and we can marry them together in order to, you know, if you like, come together and to have a really solid base for financial progress moving forward. It's a colonised mindset. It's just a colonised mindset, one that has been besieged upon us since slavery onwards. And it's something that you have to actually fight. You have to fight because it's something that's indoctrinated into you. So people that have done this are still indoctrinated, and this is the problem. And they're not representative of everybody in the diaspora, and their perspectives are definitely not in line with the majority of people I know who live here in the Gambia. In fact, it's caused a lot of upset, and a lot of people are very hurt and are very angered by what's been said and do not agree with what's been said. And we find it insulting, we find it disrespectful, and it's unwarranted, it's unnecessary. And I think they have their own agenda for doing it. I think they have their own agenda, and you've got to remember that the mass exodus of Africans coming together from outside and inside Africa is not wanted. It is not wanted. So you're always going to find people who are going to be anti-Africanists, as I call them. They're the antis, and they will always throw out the antis. And these people, majority of the time, are paid to do what they're doing. They're paid to do it. And so, you know, what we have to do is to learn to have systems in place that can cap that. Systems in place that can monitor social media to reduce the impact. So once it's done, once it's nipped in the bud and that channel is taken down, because it's not beneficial for the country, it's not beneficial for the people, and it's not beneficial on whole. And you find that those people have a huge following that are Europeans, that are white, that are subscribing to this negative perspective. And it's damaging to the country, and it's damaging to the economy, and it's damaging to your own people. So, you know, when you're going to damage your own people, you've got to really reflect on who you are and what you're doing and why you're doing it. Why are you doing this? It's not necessary. It's totally abhorrent. And I think that one should reflect on one's actions and remove all of the content that is harmful and damaging, and respect people's culture. Respect you. When you're not living in a country long enough, you cannot be arbiter and judge. When you don't understand lifestyle differences, you cannot judge it in comparison to America. You cannot judge it in comparison to Europe. The culture that I have learned here has taught me humility, and that is a lesson that can be learned. This arrogance is unwelcome in Africa. And if this is the attitude that people want to bring, it's better that they stay where they are, because it doesn't make any sense that you come and you upset your host nation. It's like coming into a family and insulting your parents. Yeah, it's not the done thing. And so no, I don't approve and I don't support what's being said, and we're wholly against it. So we do not support it. But as you know, negativity sells. And so that's all it is. It's negative, but it needs to be rooted out, just like a bad fruit in a bowl. It needs to be taken out and it needs to be dealt with by the authorities in the correct manner. Well, absolutely. I mean, come back, come back, come back. We've got so much exciting things happening. Right now, we've established the Council of African Descendants, which has been loads of us. It was like about 50 people at the first meeting. And it's like a welcoming campaign, a welcoming committee, and also one that will embrace, you know, moving forward with our idea of automatic citizenship, which I can unpack briefly for you, which is really about when people arrive and they want to repatriate, they're given a certificate, bam, stamped in their passport. That is a certificate of citizenship. It's not full citizenship, it's partial. And it's part of a whole package of integration and assimilation. And that includes having a host family. That includes having to learn a language over 2 years. And that includes also, you know, supporting your host family and your host family supporting and teaching you about culture, respect and norms, because that would stop the people from doing what they're doing on a negative basis, because you'd understand it more, because you can relate to different cultural norms. You won't look down on someone because they're eating from a bowl and everyone's eating together. You'll understand the cultural context, and that's so important. So that packaged together with then progressing to full citizenship after residency. You've done residency for 2 years. You would then progress to full citizenship, and within that time your alien card, instead of having an alien card, which we find is quite hostile, will also be replaced by certificate of citizenship. But also it safeguards the country, because you see, when diasporans come here, you know, if you have to wait 15 years, you're still governed by the country that you came from. Whereas if you got a certificate of citizenship, you're then governed by the constitution and the laws of that country, which is important. But also, having a certificate of citizenship would also make sure that we're precluded and excluded, as we've been mentioned, and included in the constitution, I'm proud to say. Thank you very much. We love you, Gambia, that you have included it as an exclusion, and we do want to be excluded from the clause so that we can have property in perpetuity, just the same as Gambians can, because we don't want to be treated like our oppressors. And I think that's, you know, the major changes that have been happening. We've moved into our 4-bedroom house. It's beautiful and I love it. I have no rent, I have no mortgage. I have free energy from the sun because it's solar. I have water from the ground. I'm living my best life I've ever lived. I'm digging my swimming pool. I've planted my banana trees, my avocado trees. My son is loving school. He's loving life. You know, we're loving our neighbours, we're loving our Gambian family, and we're just loving the whole Gambian experience. It is the best thing ever. And, you know, it doesn't matter what happens to you here, you will, you know, just sit down and laugh about it, because it is a smiling coast. It really is a smiling coast. So I wake up every day with a smile. And my husband, he wakes up every day with a smile. Our son wakes up every day with a smile. And my brother wakes up every day with a smile. The channel has grown, you know, and I think the package that we offer to people coming back is a real great package. We're actually working right now on a new website, a brand new website, and also I'm working on a relocation, repatriation guide, which will be available for everybody. And I must say, Aissatou Bookham, I watched one of your programs just recently about immigration, and I posted it, and I thought it was really informative. I thought the content was bang on, and you know, I just love what you and EYEGAMBIA are doing for Gambia in terms of the representation that you're presenting of the Gambia. It makes me so proud to say that I'm resident here in the Gambia. So yeah, we've got lots of welcome packages. We're helping people to obtain land as well here so that they can eventually repatriate to. So we're looking for affordable lands that are in, you know, developing locations, and we've been doing that. And so far, you know, nearly 100 people, I think, 102 people have actually taken up our offer and have, you know, decided to join the waiting list for repatriation. So, you know, and there is about 1,000 people also in the queue. So we're just having to do it small by small by small by small. But it'll be over 1,000 people who want to repatriate over the next 3 years. So we're not going to come and drown anybody out. It's a small steady flow. But that small steady flow, on average, they bring about $2 million each in investment. So can you imagine, 1,000 people all bringing $2 million each in investment here, where they're going to build. It will create employment for people in construction, because everyone's going to build their homes, yeah, or purchase their homes, which is an injection to the economy. I mean, that's about $2 billion. So by working together and by us welcoming inward investment, we have people who are investing in agriculture here as well. People who want to also come back to do manufacturing. There's some wonderful, wonderful projects that are, coming on the table, and we'll be talking to GAIPA and other organisations about that. So yeah, we've been speaking to lots of different ministers who have been fantastic. I could name names, but I guess I shouldn't. But let's just say that all of the ministers that we have spoken to, I just want to say a heartfelt thank you for being so welcoming, having an open door policy to us, and embracing what we're doing about automatic citizenship, and also the CRC for including us. So Justice Jallo, I will mention you. I just wanted to say thank you for opening your office to me, opening your heart to me, and allowing me to rant. And for also, considering us and including us in the report on the Constitutional Commission report. So thank you so much. One nation, one Africa. Thank you, BlaXit family. Please keep watching, please subscribing, and remember, follow your dreams.
Purchase your tracks today. Purchase your tracks today. Purchase your tracks today. Purchase your tracks today. Purchase your tracks today.